He's a trad
Well,
con.
convert to Islam and have multiple wives.
He's a liar.
He's a trad con.
Okay.
Women are upstanding and should be looked up for being a woman, not being fast and getting bodies. Let's be real and not pretend how people feel and act in their 20s and early 30s is what life is about. Loyalty is what you're here for, not fleshy urges. Step it up. See, this is why the TradCon message, it's a great message, man. Here, man, I'm all for the nuclear family and guys being monogamous to their girl and shit like that, but it isn't practical or real. It's not happening, dude. Like, it's just not going to happen. Women are going to continue to be more and more promiscuous as time goes on, and guys are going to continue to either go down in socioeconomic status, not be able to get girls, or go up and then have a bunch of girls.
Yeah. Hold on, Myron, don't black pill me like that. What if the dude is not in Neo-Rome, this whore place called USA? What if he goes to Colombia and lives there?
That increases your chances.
But then can he do a wife?
I'm talking about the West.
Because today when we talked about how I'm never going back to not fucking models, right? I'm not going back to whatever the fuck that was. But Myron, do you think once you got a taste of that life, I can never go back?
Here's the way I look at it. I look because people try to, because there's been some, arguments from the TradCon saying you should be able to control your urges, be monogamous to a woman, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's easy to say when you haven't busted your ass to become a certain individual, reach a certain status, whatever. How about if we went around and told women, you know what? Suppress your urges. You don't need a guy that's 6 feet tall. You don't need a guy that's muscular to protect you. You don't need to get a guy that's your height so that you guys can share clothes. Like, come on. We never tell women this stupidity. We don't tell women to suppress their urges, but we tell men to suppress their urges. Fuck that shit. I don't become successful, make money, acquire the status to fuck one bitch. That's stupid. Just like women don't have their beauty to get some fucking regular guy or some guy that doesn't make any money or doesn't take care of them, whatever. Why is it that beautiful women can absolutely leverage their beauty to the highest extent and get the man of their dreams, but a man can't go ahead and fuck as many bitches as he wants once he earns the ability to do it?
And these
why is that? You fucking retard TradCons. Like, why is that?
And these same TradCons are still jerking off at home.
Like, at the end of the day, the only way you're going to be able to combat this fucked up sexual marketplace where women control all the leverage is you have to have multiple women. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Having multiple girls makes you more attractive. The girls respect you, and they follow you more. So how it is.
And they're on their toes.
Well, instead of having side hoes, why not just have 2 wives?
You can do that too.
No, first of all,
solves the problem.
First of all, one wife, that's in the Bible. But you know what I find weird? And I want you women to take some responsibility right now. If you guys are 10 times less horny, we've seen what happens when women take a bit of testosterone, they get very horny. You guys are 10 times less horny than us. How the fuck did these whores close the gap on cheating? How are you? That's like a Houdini magic trick. That's like fighting a dude 10 times the testosterone of you in the UFC, and you're competing. You're actually like in the ring. You're fighting and you're about to win. You guys, for the first time in history, closed the gap on cheating. You're cheating as much as men almost within 10 years. You guys are actually closing the gap. How the fuck did that happen?
You know what the scary part is? That's cheating with like actual sex. I would argue women cheat more if you actually take into account women making themselves available to other men, Instagram, etc., dressing provocatively, all this other stuff. Like, I would argue women cheat a lot more because women don't cheat the same way men do. Women cheat by leaving a door open for a man to sexually interact with.
That's why it happens in the workplace.
Yeah.
So, anybody have anything for that to answer John's question?
Yeah, how did you guys close the gap? Who's taking responsibility?
Well, I had a comment not related to like the cheating, but related to like, do you believe that like wealthier men have like get more like women than working class men? Because I'm pretty sure on average, working class men tend to have like higher body counts than like wealthier men or men who have like higher educational attainment.
No, what I'm saying is that if a man reaches a certain status, he shouldn't have to suppress his urges like these TradCons want guys to do. Like, if I bust my ass to reach a certain level, I'm gonna enjoy the fruits of my labor.
They're already suppressing their urges though, because like the wealthier you get, the less the less sexual partners you're likely to have.
That's for some.
Also, don't like Bible, Quran, all holy books require that you suppress your urges.
Yeah.
No, to a degree.
Deny your flesh.
To a degree, but here's the thing. That like in 2023, right? Again, religion, being traditionally, all this other stuff, it's great, but it doesn't work in today's day and age. It's going to set you up for failure. If I have this mindset of I'm going to find my dream wife, I'm going to stay a virgin until I find my dream wife, etc., it's going to set you up to get, eaten up and spit back out, because women nowadays are more promiscuous than men.
Yeah.
And if a girl's more sexually experienced than you are, you're in a bad situation as a guy.
Even marriage itself, I mean, we're told to get married and have one wife, but ultimately speaking, with the current laws, as a man, you're probably going to lose.
Like, here's the thing. You want to go to Saudi Arabia and do that? Cool. That's different. But I'm talking about in the United States, where we have a deregulated sexual marketplace. Anyone can fuck whoever they want, essentially. If it's
wife, but ultimately speaking, with the current laws, as a man, you're probably gonna lose.
Like, here's the thing: you want to go to Saudi Arabia and do that? Cool, that's different. But I'm talking about in the United States, where we have a deregulated sexual marketplace. Anyone can fuck whoever they want, essentially, as long as they're age of consent. Women have all the power, all the leverage. You got to fight fire with fire. You can't be a traditional conservative guy. I'm going to marry as a virgin. You ain't going to find a virgin.
You have to adapt to the current marketplace and make it work. But go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I think sometimes, like, you argue that in today's age, it's hard to be monogamous. I think it's more of like who your circle is. So I feel like if you're surrounded by people with an influence of the mindset of like, hey, like, no, I want a marriage.
Monogamous from which perspective? Men or female, or men or women?
You're saying that for men to be monogamous is completely difficult for this age right now. You agree that's a beautiful concept, but you say that right now in today's age, it's hard, right?
Men are not naturally monogamous.